And hello, Wolverine fans, and welcome to another edition of Wolverine Chat. I am your host, Tim Raymond. Today we'll be going over the Michigan State game. It was over a week ago, and I apologize. I've been down in South Carolina and busy, so I haven't been able to get a show out, but we're going to talk about the Spygate later on and what this Connor Stallion, what he did, which is just ridiculous. It's more than Spygate. It's Jealousy Gate. It's Michigan versus the World Gate. It's ridiculous. It's a legal thing, and we're going to touch base on that. I'm not going to go into too much depth, but we will get into that. But let's start off with the Michigan State game. I had the honor of being there, and it was an honor because it was a butt whooping. It was. I keep saying this every week. This was their best game. This was their fullest game. But I'm telling you what, this was their best game. Michigan. I mean, what 49-0, and it could have been name your score. It could. I mean, that score at half when Donovan moved a little bit, whether that was a good call or not. I mean, we would have scored that. We could have scored as many times as we want. And for the eighth straight game, JJ doesn't play into the fourth quarter. Literally 3.5 quarters, and the numbers he's having this season is unreal. But this game was just from start to finish. And it's amazing because they knew we were cheating, right? They knew we were stealing their signs, and we still did it. What I mean, do you really think, people? Do you really think Michigan can't beat you without these signs? Rutgers is making all these whiners instead of saying, you know what, we need to recruit better. We need to get our players going better. We need to get better players. We need to coach better. No, they want to just blame it on because we're sitting spying. So get real, okay? And Michigan State, I believe she said, the president, that we're just, what was the word she used? Like concerned. We're just, we're so concerned about the integrity of the games. Oh my gosh. Are you serious right now? You guys at Michigan State are going to talk about Michigan's integrity? So, I hope it happened. I hope they did, because I could care less. Okay, you can try what you want, but I'm telling you, at the end of the day, Michigan's gonna be at top. But let's go back to the game. So you can tell where my heart is. I just want to blast these idiots who are talking about Spygate. Okay, Michigan State, 477 yards versus 182. What else can I say? 49-0. It's been 49-0, 52-7, 52-10, 45-7. That's 198-24 in the last 4 games. For the whole season, we've outscored our opponents 325-17, or to 47 rather. Look at Ohio. Look at Penn State. Look what they're doing. Look at Ohio State. They just squeaked by Wisconsin. I don't know what's going to happen on November 28th in Ann Arbor, but I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be pretty. Now, I'm not overconfident. I know it's going to be a tough game, but I'm not worried. And if we lose, I'll be shocked. I really will. And I think Penn State I don't think they have a prayer. We passed against State 357 to 132 yards, 120 yards rushing to 46 once again. Is the rushing an issue? Is it a problem? Or are we just, passing right now because they're stacking the box to try to stop the run? Because they know if we run, I think they have a better chance of stacking the box and stopping the run than letting JJ. But I'll tell you what, I don't think it matters what we do. If we get Blake going and Donovan hopefully will start going again, is that going to be any worse or better than our passing? I mean, this is an elite team. This is just I think it's one of the best teams I've seen in college football in a long time. 60, what do we got here? So each possession, 6.9 yards per carry for Michigan, 3.1 for MSU. What did I read my notes here? I can't. 2 interceptions, another pick 6 for Mikey Sandersville. That just keeps happening and happening. That guy, he was a wide receiver, and he was a very good receiver. But what he's doing there at Nickelback is just blowing me away. The guy is just incredible. Michigan's defense, every game, another couple pick 6, 1 or 2. JJ, 21 for 27, 4 touchdowns. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0 interceptions. So I hear some people on some of these things. I won't mention who, but they're like, you're acting like Bowling Green game didn't happen. No, it happened, and he had a bad game. But what did he do after the Bowling Green game? Well, look at it. Okay, he won that game, and we still won the game, 31-6. But he had a bad game, but he bounced back, and he is just. I've said it every time. I'm going to say it again. He's going to be the number one quarterback off the board. Caleb Williams, you know what? I wouldn't touch him with the 10-foot pole, like I said last time. He's getting on there saying, these are the teams I want to play for. This is the contract I want. This is this. And why would a general manager want to touch him? Why? When they could go someone who's just as talented, if not more talented, but has a heart of gold, heart of a champion like JJ. Love you, JJ. You just keep it up. You are just, I'm going to miss you like I can't tell you. I'm going to miss Blake. I'm going to miss Donovan. All these guys, when they're gone, is going to be heartbreaking. But JJ is probably, maybe Chad Henning. But he didn't play a whole lot. I think for anybody that's played any length of time, I have to think JJ's got to be the best. He has this year 1,799 yards passing. Okay, it's not like tearing it up with yards, but he's not even playing 3 quarters. So what can you say? He is not playing 4 quarters. He's playing 3.5. And you start talking about Caleb Williams and Penix and all those guys. They're losing games. They're nowhere close to what JJ is doing. 18 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, all in one game. You take that game away, he's been perfect. Literally perfect. So, you know what? You have a bad game, you bounce back, and he did. 78, what else? 3 interceptions. Oh, his QBR is 78.1. Or not his QBR. His QBR is 94. He's 78.1 on his percentage of completed pass. That's almost 80%. That's almost 8 out of 10 passes he completes. And these are not just like they're perfect passes, but they're not always like wide open. He is finding spots like with AJ Barner and Colston Loveland. I don't know how he finds his spot. When he passes, I like hold my breath, but he gets it in there. He does it every time. So this guy is just. Michigan fans appreciate what we're seeing right now in JJ. This is a once-in-a-lifetime possible quarterback we're seeing. And we've had some good quarterbacks, but I'm telling you, we haven't had anybody like JJ, and we won't for a while. And that's what I firmly believe. His QBR is 93.8. Just magic. And now, he has, we talked about beginning of the season, who do we have for receivers? 8 people caught passes against MSU. 8. AJ Barner, 8 receptions. 8 receptions, a touchdown. Colston Loveland, who we thought was going to be the star, and he still probably is, but him and AJ are just tearing it up. 3 touchdowns between them. Coastal had 2. Roman Wilson only had another touchdown. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think he's got probably 12 or 13 for the season. 10 people got receptions. I don't know what else to say. Running, they're bringing the backs up. They're bringing the linebackers right up to the thing, and they are stacking that line. And they're saying beat us with a pass. And guess what we're doing? We're beating them with a pass. We just so full of just amazing. And I'm talking about Darius Clemens, who is the 6'4", the only stereotypical quarterback or receiver we've got, and he's going to be a monster next year. You mark my words, he's going to be involved. So anyway, at the end of the game, all Michigan fans down there, it was just a beautiful, beautiful sight. The rain held off, and I just love it. This week they're playing Purdue, and Purdue's struggling. I'm getting pretty close on some of these games, but I think I'm going to mark it down. I'm picking 55-7. 55-7, and they could shut them out again. So this would be I mean, the fifth straight game over 40 points. I don't know how many points they've scored over 30, but I know it's a lot. It's somewhere around 20 or something. Maybe if you know, you can mention in the comments. But they've had a long streak of over 30 points. Nobody else is doing this. How you can look in the rankings and literally put Georgia first blows my mind. It is just so obvious Michigan is number one. But you know what? I don't care. I mean, it just shows me the bias, but Michigan is the number one team in the nation. Um, they are so far ahead of every single team. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we appreciate it. And let's talk a little bit about this idiotic Spygate. Look, you know what happened with Burgergate. When Jim, he basically said, "I'm not telling you." You can say he lied. It's none of their business who he feeds hamburger, and they hated it. And then we stayed ahead of it. We got the 3-game suspension, and man, were they ticked off. They did not like that, the NCAA. And they come up with this crazy, Colin Stallion. What kind of name is Connor Stallion? Really? Stallion? It's like a makeup name. But we're finding out now all these games tickets he bought, he wasn't necessarily there. He was buying for other people, a lot of military people too. And they're on both sides of the field. So anybody with a camera can do that. Anybody at home can do that. They have been, and it's only because of the stupid 1993 rule about, bringing in electronics. But you can do it. So what's the difference? And they were going to get rid of that rule, but only because of this rule can they even do anything. And we're finding out more and more. My prediction is that at the end of this whole stupid investigation, there's going to be a lot of people with egg on their face. MSU, again, they did all their signals at the on the sideline to the coach. They came to him and did it. So there's no way we could have known any of the signals. And all I have to say is 49-0, and it wasn't that close. Anybody who saw the game know it wasn't that close. So just, you know what? Nothing's going to happen this season. There's going to be, the NCAA is notorious for being slow on these things. So mark my words, relax. This season's our season. They'll try some crap next year, maybe. Whatever they do. Here's what the bottom line is. I said this in a post. They're jealous of everything about Michigan. They're jealous from our helmets, the coolest winged helmets in the country, our uniforms, our 110,000 seat stadium, our fight song, our amazing fight song, our band, our 1,000 wins that we're about to get. Okay, the winningest team in college history. Everything about Michigan screams championship and win and class. And they tried to mess with Bo and cause another Paterno incident, which is ridiculous. But no, that didn't work, because at the end of the day, you do what you want to us. You can go after us, but Michigan is going to be on top. At the end of the day, we will be looking down on you, because it's the greatest university, the greatest academics, the greatest public academics in the country. And I love this school, and I will always love this school. So go blue and just kick some butt the rest of the season. Go out and win that natty and shove it down their throat, okay? We do have a winner. I think I said that in our last thing. Aiden, I don't have his last name, but Aiden did win the jersey. So if you're listening, Aiden, you will be, jersey will be sent to you all glassed up, and a real nice one. I think that's about it. Please like and subscribe. Go to our podcast on YouTube. Again, I say this every week, but we're just trying to get this off the ground, and it's taking a little effort, but it's getting there, and we're going to get there. We're buying equipment and going to just continue to try to get better. We'll have Nate back here for a couple games probably this year. Hopefully we can get Joe, our sports information, former SID director, who's now the proud head coach of a great team. I need to give his team, the 8th graders at Granville, a shout out. Their last game of the season, Joe was sick and couldn't be there, and these guys played the best team, and it went back and forth. But with 20 seconds to go, they marched down the field. They got a last-second touchdown. They needed an extra point to win, and this kid had kicked 3 extra points. Sadly, the kick was blocked, so Granville lost. But what a great season. I think they went like 4-2 maybe. but just came together as a team. I was so proud of those guys. I video for them and video their games, and it was an honor. So congratulations, Joe, on your team, and let's get you back on the podcast and talk about some of these games in the future. Again, go like, subscribe at Wolverine Chat. We're going to try to do videos more and more and more. We have different locations, but it's easier to upload, so we're going to probably keep doing that. So, guys, thank you. I love you. Go out and do something special for somebody this week. As I always say, help somebody across the street, carry something for somebody. Just tell them you love them. Tell your family you love them. And always know that God bless you, God loves you, and I love you. And we'll talk to you later. Go Blue.